Hello guys, and welcome back to the Dr. Mac Car channel, and today what I'm going to show you is how to get the best price for your car and also how to get it ready and prepared for a sale. Now the number one thing that you guys should do is make the car look aesthetically really good. Mechanically it's going to be good, but a lot of bling goes a long way. So now what I'm going to do today is I'm going to clean the outside, give it a good clean, a wax, and also clean the interior with some interior detailer and some conditioner as well. So without further ado, let's get into it and consider subscribing if this is the type of videos you like. Alright guys, so as you can see, the car is fairly dirty. It doesn't show up much on camera, but it is extremely filthy. Alright guys, so for the outside of the vehicle, the first thing you're going to need is some car wash soap. So I've chosen the Mr. Pink car wash soap, a foam cannon. You need some good tire shine, which gives the tires a lot of shine, especially it looks good in the sun. You need some car wax. I'm going to use Turtle Wax 75th anniversary graphene coating, and also some wheel cleaner. And depending on whether it does need any scratches to be removed, we can use things like some scratch and swirl remove as well. The number one thing you guys want to do is to hose the car down. Alright, so I'm going to finish pre-rinsing the car, and then I'm going to use a pre-wash as the Mr. Pink car wash soap in my foam cannon. Alright guys, the pre-rinse has now been completed. Now I'm going to do a pre-wash, and this is the Mr. Pink inside a foam cannon attached to a 1750 psi pressure washer. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue with the whole car, and then I'll pre-rinse it and we'll see how we go. Alright guys, so now the pre-wash has been done. I'm going to hose it off. Alright guys, I'm going to finish off by hosing down all the soap, and then I'm going to do the car wash. Now the car wash is just a basic car wash which I've shown you in other videos. So after that we're going to do the wheels as well, and then the interior, and we're going to give it a wax. Now what I've done is I have, there you go, just as I start on my video, somebody has to be passing by. Anyway, just as I have already finished pre-rinsing the car, pre-soaking, and then also rinsing off the soap. Now always do the top down method. I'm going to do the wheels next. It's just like when you scrub your basement, you don't want to scrub your face after that. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is give the wheels a good scrub down. Alright guys, so I'm going to use the Meguiar's Hot Rims Wheel and Tire Cleaner. Now I think this is one of the better products out there. Now I've already pre-washed that one with water, blasted off most of the brake dust. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to spray it down. Alright, and then what you're going to do next is you're going to take this one and start scrubbing it. Spray a little bit more water. You want to get it nice and clean in there. Scrub the barrels as well. Always use gloves. Just pulling all the wheel dirt off. And next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pressure wash it down. Alright guys, so we are now in the rear of the vehicle and I can see there's some visible scratches right here. Let me catch that with the camera. There you go. And those scratches go along right here. Now these are clear coat scratches because if I put a wet cloth over it, the scratches will disappear. And then once it dries off, it'll come back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around with the dual action and polish this down with some compound. So the first thing I have here is a magic eraser. There you go, it's a microfiber sponge magic eraser. This one works a long way. Next thing you need is a medium cutting pad, or if you'd like, a harsh cutting pad. You're also going to need some compound, and any sort of compound will do as long as it's got good cutting capabilities. So the first thing we're going to do is, the scratch is a lot more worse in person than it is on camera. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a photograph of it and then we're going to compare. Now what you're going to do to start off with is take a piece of your magic eraser and put some compound on it, like so. And then what you're going to do is go in circular motions, like so. Now this one is going to create a little bit of scratches because it's a magic eraser, but that's fine because we are going to polish it down. Now I am wearing a mask for this one because it's going to get quite dusty. Next you're going to go perpendicular to the scratch, and this is just to get the initial scratch out. And then once it's ready to be buffed off, I'm going to buff it off. But now the weather outside is quite hot, so I'm going to buff it off before it starts drying up. Alright, not too bad. Okay, and most of the scratch is not that visible right now. And I'm going to take a photo. Okay, now it's created some very minute scratches around here, and that's going to be addressed by the polisher. Alright, now I have my dual action polisher and just a little box to put it on. And we're going to fill it up on the dual action. And you're going to prime the pad so there's going to be enough to go around. What you're going to do is you're going to start off by rubbing it down, like so. And then we are going to start off at speed 1. And now you're going to go through to speed 6. Wipe it down. And that scratch is almost gone. As you can see, it's much better now. And let's take another photo. Okay, and let's go with another pass. And that, ladies and gentlemen, the scratch is almost invisible now. Alright guys, so we're going to focus on the bonnet next. Now there's some imperfections in the bonnet, and the bonnet can be one of the most noticeable areas where there are imperfections. So what we're going to do is we're going to polish the bonnet as well. Same steps. Apply some on, dab it on here. Now you guys might be wondering, why are we doing it one by one and not the whole car? Now that's because I'm doing a spot polish. A whole polish is going to take approximately 9 to 10 hours for me. So do a good job, but a fast job efficiently. Alright, I'm going to do the rest of the bonnet, and then we're going to wipe it down and see how it goes and see how the results are. Alright guys, so I'm going to wipe it down after this, and I'm going to see how the results are. Alright guys, so I've now done the bonnet. Now after this, I'm going to give it a good wax, because you can still see some imperfections on it. Now I've also done the wing, which is adjacent. And also give that one a buff down. Now it is quite hot outside, so the polish is drying off quite fast. Alright guys, there you go. That's the headlight. As you can see, it's a bit yellowed right here, so I'm going to polish that one down as well. Alright guys, so now I've gone over the bonnet, the front wings, the roof, and the boot as well, and including the rear left door where there was a scuff. And it's all polished, looking nice now. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to polish the headlights, and then we're going to start waxing the car. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go over the headlights with a medium cutting compound, and we're going to start polishing. Okay, and first buff down. Looking much better. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop open the bonnet. And that's looking much better as to what we started with. Now it's not perfect. Alright guys, so now we're done with the polishing. We are going to start on the waxing. I'm using Turtle Wax 75th anniversary polish. Well, wax really, it's a graphene coating wax. And what you're going to do is you've got a microfiber applicator pad. You're going to saturate it nicely. And then you're going to wipe the surface down clean first. Make sure it's clean to the touch, and you don't want to do this on a hot surface, and a little bit goes a long way. Alright, so all you got to do is to do it in circular motions, and then once that's done, I'll get back to it once it dries, and then we'll buff it out. Alright guys, this is your final result. Not too bad, looking good. Alright guys, stick around for part 2. It's going to be about 4 different parts as to how you can do the exterior, the interior, and then how you list your car and how you can get the best price as well. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.